Do you want to hijack a nuclear power plant? Ask Leo. He tried. After September the 11th, he devised a secret operation to show the world how easily terrorists could get close to nuclear power plants. In 2002, he led a group of Greenpeace activists which managed to plant harmless booby traps around the perimeter of the world's oldest atomic energy site at Beznau in Switzerland. Today, visiting his friend Hein, Leo shares another fear: floods. The plant is built on a river island. The Swiss Nuclear Safety Inspectorate says that's no problem, but Leo and Hein aren't buying it.
This report is full of false assertions. They're simply wrong.
That means the Beznau nuclear power plant can be totally flooded at any moment.
Yes, and we're not just talking about 1 or 2 meters. The flood will be many meters high. It could be the same as Fukushima.
It's a con. They're cheating by using completely wrong calculations.
Have a look at the River Are. It's wild when it floods. Authorities say floods could go up to 37 centimeters. It's absurd. Already after some rain, the water level is above a meter. They say also that the flood velocity could reach 6 meters per second. But independent experts have told me that they could go up to 10 meters per second.
The Swiss Federal Nuclear Safety Inspectorate invited Axpo, the public operator, to build an anti-flood emergency power system. Over the past 3 years, Axpo invested 641 million euros upgrading the plant. The small town of Brugg lies 10 kilometers from Beznau. Hein and Leo show us the historic flood marks. Heine's own research contributed to a comprehensive study carried out by the government. As an architect, he knows how to calculate volumes and is a keen student of history.
You can see the 2007 flood level down there. Compared to that, in 1852 the water was 2.5 meters higher, and in 1480 and 1570 the water rose to this height. It flooded this part of the city. It was a huge, amazing amount of water.
What does this mean for the Beznau nuclear power plant?
A catastrophe.
Leo's infamous at the power plant, but nonetheless security is very tight. So our reporter, Hans von der Brelle, invites them for a picnic to talk about their concerns.
Grüß Gott. Danke, dass wir uns treffen dürfen. Grüß Gott. Ja, dann sagen Sie mir noch das Problem hier.
Das ist nicht hochwassersicher.
This nuclear power plant cannot resist floods nor earthquakes, and most importantly, they've recently discovered weak points inside the reactor pressure vessel. It's old and should be shut down forever.
Es gehört einfach stillgelegt.
Last year, almost 1,000 defects were found deep inside the very heart of the reactor. Since then, the plant has been offline. Well, enjoy your cheese sandwich, and thanks for taking time to talk to us. These holes in the cheese, they're almost the same size as the floors inside the steel reactor pressure vessel. 0.7 centimeters. It's unbelievable. They're so big.
Well, yes, that's the main problem of this nuclear plant over there. It's been running for 47 years now. Wherever you go in the world, no nuclear power plant of this type has ever run for such a long period. It's an experiment, and we are the guinea pigs. They want to run the plant until it breaks.
But that's wrong, according to the operator. It says the so-called embrittling process is closely watched by experts in material fatigue and probability calculations. The nuclear power plant is surrounded by peaceful-looking Swiss villages such as Kirchdorf. Trees still carry the colourful remains of last year's summer fete. We phone around a bit to get a lead on when the plant could be restarted. First they said the plant should have reopened last October, then in February, but it's still closed, and now they tell me July. It's a bit fishy. The spin doctors in charge of Axpo's communication make it clear from the start, we don't talk on camera. We try again and again, and after a few weeks of toing and throwing, the no turns into a non-enthusiastic, let's do it.
Selbstverständlich sind es keine Risse, selbstverständlich sind es keine Löcher. Es sind Unregelmäßigkeiten.
Well, of course, there are no holes nor cracks. There are just some flaws. We found them in the reactor pressure vessel. Well, right, there is some kind of embrittling effect. But based on first findings, we think that, in general, there are no safety-related reasons to prevent us from relaunching the plant and to operate it further.
Local residents, though, don't agree and gather with protesters with alphorns in front of the Swiss Federal Nuclear Safety Inspectorate. The controlling authority is accused of being too closely connected with the pro-nuclear lobby. By law, this administration should be independent, and so we are, the head of communication tells us. The oldest nuclear power plant in the world is located here in Switzerland. Should Europeans be afraid?
Right now, it's up to the operator to explain the extent of the flaws they found. In particular, the operator has to show us conclusively the impact these flaws could have for the integrity of the reactor pressure vessel. In case the operator cannot prove this integrity, we will not allow the plant to restart.
8-year-old Lynn and her 5-year-old brother Colin support their grandpa's fight for a nuclear power-free Switzerland. A referendum will be held in the autumn, and preparations are well underway.
It's up to the Swiss people to decide whether to switch off or not this nuclear power plant after 45 years. If we win the referendum, this nuclear power plant here has to be disconnected from the grid next year.
Switzerland's abandoned the idea of building new nuclear power plants, and a debate over the lifespan of the remaining ones is fast heating up.